Welcome. This is Marcel, the Canadian journalist, formerly Ernie Racing News. Well, today, all of the Canadians are freaking out over Trump's recent announcement of a possible 25% tariff on all Canadian and Mexican goods. And we're going to get to the heart of this story through Maxime Bernier, the leader of the People's Party of Canada. So for those that haven't seen it, it's right in front of you. As everyone is aware, thousands of people are pouring through Mexico and Canada, bringing crime and drugs at levels never seen before. Right now, a caravan coming from Mexico composed of thousands of people seems to be unstoppable in its quest to come through our currently open border. On January 20th, as one of my many first executive orders, I will sign all necessary documents that charge Mexico and Canada a 25% tariff on all products coming into the United States and its ridiculous open borders. This tariff will remain in effect until such time as drugs, in particular fentanyl, and all illegal aliens stop this invasion of our country. Both Mexico and Canada have the absolute right and power to easily solve this long simmering problem. We hereby demand that they use this power, and until such time that they do, it is time for them to pay a very big price. I'm going to say it again. We hereby demand that they use this power, and until such time that they do, it is time for them to pay the big price, November 25th. So this is really about Mexico, but he's thrown in Canada in there because everyone hates Trudeau. Everyone hates Jagmeet Trudeau's little totalitarian regime. And so let's go into it. So here you have Maxine's post from yesterday. Everyone should take a deep breath and stop freaking out following this threat by Trump to impose 25% tariffs on Canadian exports. This is extremely unlikely due to happen, although it doesn't mean we should ignore it. Trump is the author of The Art of the Deal, and he has a habit of making outrageous declarations as a bargaining position to force his counterparts to do something or make concessions under threat. He similarly threatened to impose 25% tariffs on important goods from Mexico in 2019 if the Mexican government didn't curb the flow of migrants. There are limits to how much tariff he can impose given how interdependent our economies are. Trump says he will make us pay, but he knows that it's American businesses and consumers who will actually pay the tariffs. Our exporting industries would of course suffer considerably, but inflation would spike in the US. Trump knows that the flow of illegal migrants and fentanyl from Canada into the US is a tiny problem compared to what's coming from Mexico or China in the case of fentanyl. He probably added Canada to this threat not because he believes we're a big part of these problems, but because he despises Trudeau, knows he's weak and on his way out, and wants to wield a big stick in preparation for the renegotiation of the USMCA, and demands that we spend more on defense. Thanks to Trudeau's insane mass immigration policy, we are also seen internationally as a country that opens its doors to everyone, including criminals and terrorists who sometimes cross the border into the US. The new administration rightly sees Canada as a threat to American security. What we need to do is preserve our access to the US market. It is by all means not to get into a commercial war and threaten to retaliate. It's to make real reforms, regain control of our borders, impose a moratorium on immigration, and deport all illegals and foreign criminals, stop the experiment on making hard drugs more easily available, and upgrade our defense instead of turning our armed forces into a club for woke sissies. And get ready for the renegotiation of the USMCA with tangible offers to put in the table, including scrapping supply management, which would actually be good for Canadian consumers. What we need is a serious government willing to do the necessary reforms, not just to placate Trump and preserve our access to US markets, but because this will be beneficial to Canadians. Anyways, I might as well get a repost on that, guys. Thanks for listening to the Canadian Journalist, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Try to get this out in the CensorTube algorithm with those likes. And get on there and follow Maxime Bernier on Twitter as well.